What's going on, guys? SmartHelping.com here on a Saturday. Had a pretty strong week, so I have some time to build some products and services for you guys. So what I've done today is I've gone in, and this is actually something I've been wanting to do for a while. I just haven't had time. Now this is a very useful tool that I'm going to use this probably almost every day of the week, because as my own consulting and financial modeling services have grown, I've had a lot more work coming from all different places, and that means I need a centralized area that instead of just writing everything down in a notepad or using notepad on the computer to track everybody's time that I need to bill, I can now just do it in Excel. And I don't know why I didn't do this a long time ago, but I'm going to use this, and I figure, well, if I'm going to build it to the grade that I would actually try to sell it to others, so that's what I'm doing here. And so basically this is going to be an hourly time tracker by client, and it's going to give you a whole bunch of summaries and everything else. Now I haven't tested it. We're going to do that right here together as I enter some data and see what it looks like. We'll have some instructions here. I'll probably add some more as we go through. General tab layout is we got time logs. This is where you're just entering every time you do work. Oh, actually, I still need to figure out how to do the start and end time, so I'm going to have to pause the video while I do that. But here's the time log tab. Then we got our detail summary. You can start the date of the data, so you don't, just pull all the data you ever had in history. You can actually say when you want it to start. So say you want to only look at information from the last 6 months or the last 2 weeks or whatever. That functionality has been added. I didn't really want to do a date range start to end, because I wanted it really simple, but at least having this lets you not have this thing won't, go on forever when you have a ton of data. Then all automatically we have the current day calculated, and then based on that we can auto-populate the current week, the dates of the current week and the days, and then we can also go back the last 2 weeks. And we can then summarize, and I've done this by earnings, the amount earned, the amount currently in progress, billed, paid, dispute, other, whatever. Now as you change statuses here, what is supposed to happen is it will change here. So if you have in progress, if you change a set of billing hours that you've done to build, then it'll go to build, and then once it's paid, you just change all those hours to paid. And for the easiest and simplest way to figure that out, because you're going to have a bunch of jobs going at once, you can easily filter this by client, also by job description, because if you only want to look at say the X whatever job description of the fifth kind of set of tasks you've done for the same client, you don't want to see all the tasks you've done. You just want to see what's still active. So you could filter by in progress and by client, or job stats by client, or job description. There's a whole bunch of ways to filter, so you just see what you want to see in the detail here, and then you'll see the summaries here. And this is a macro, so based on, in this you could do specific jobs, or specific clients, and specific statuses, or just do all. So this allows you could report on all clients that have a status of in progress or billed or paid, or you could do a certain client and see just the rows that are marked as in progress, billed, paid, etc. This is a specific client, not job. Then we got bucket totals. This is just going to show you across all of the data you've ever entered what's the total amount of hours, total dollar amount, amount of hours in progress. Now see, this is basically only going to be useful so you can see what's in progress right now and what's been billed. Those are probably the two most important things, because after they move from there, they'll go to the all and the paid totals, and then you've also got dispute and other, if there's anything else, any other metrics or data points you track. Then this is a by client, the same summary, all in progress build, but it's a by client status, and you can filter the clients there. And I've added 250 clients as default. That could easily, this template, how it's built, is very light and easy. You could probably have, 5,000 clients and not have much of an issue. So basically anybody, 90% of people that would actually have use for this would be able to use it no problem. Data is not going to be an issue. We've got our monthly summary. This is just giving you a time-based, time lapse, and you could do weekly, annually, monthly. You could do certain clients or all of them, and we'll test all that functionality. You put the start date that you want to start seeing, and it goes out. I think I went out. If we go put this to weekly, it goes out at about at least 2 years worth of time on a weekly basis. Then I've got a scheduler. This is just a simple, here's 5 days a week, write what your schedule is each week, and you could just clear it off after the week's over or after it's done. Not really that interesting as far as formulas and all that, but it's functional. I'm going to use it myself. Then the validation, this is where you actually enter all your client names, what status types you want, and based on what you put here, this will populate throughout the model. For example, in these bucket totals, you can see this is all equal to the validation. Then we got weekdays. This is just to look up the days of the week for this functionality. Now let's actually start testing it. So here we go. So let's say today's date, client 3. Oh shoot, I gotta figure out how to do the start and end times. Alright, stand by. Okay, so here's how the easiest way I could see to do this. So F and G are columns. Is basically if the date is blank, then nothing's going to show up. But if you enter date here, you're going to get the current time the second you enter this date. So you enter this date, it's going to give you your start time. Now you have to copy and paste values only to remove the formula, so you get the start time. So you just go copy, paste values. Now this won't change over time. Your end time will just keep going, whatever. And then you just need to make sure you double click the end time before you clear it out, so it tracks, it updates the formula. And then you just copy and paste that, and then you go on, and then the next time. So let's just put this. Let's just say this was 3 o'clock to 5, 2 hours. Here's our rate, job description, test 1. Detailed test 1, 2, 3, whatever. Okay, so now let's say we're going to do a new one. So we're going to put this on, let's just do a scenario, July 12th, 2017. It was for client 4, rate of 40 an hour, description ABC1. And we're going to say it's in progress because we haven't built it. So you can see the current time, 5:09. So I want to lock that in right now. So I just right click, copy, paste values. Now the end time doesn't matter. But let's just say it is, let's just say 2 hours, or let's say 4 hours past. It's now 9 p.m. on this day. I'll just go double click to make sure it's up to date, copy paste values, values only. That's important. You don't want to use paste formula over. Now it's just saying it's 1 minute past because that's just now, but let's just assume it was a 4-hour job, so it'll be 9. And then here's our hours. 4 hours. hours, earnings. Okay, perfect. Let's do another job. 7/13/2017. Say client 2. That's $45. Whatever. And in progress. And let's say our dates are. I just want to manually do it. Let's just say it's at 1 p.m. to 2. 1 hour. Alright, now we've got a little bit of data in here, so let's try to see what we can see. So go to the detail summary, and we're going to choose only client 2 and all statuses. Well, there's only one type of status at the moment. Update. So boom, right there, client 2, $45 all, in progress. And what happened here? Somehow this is supposed to be this. There we go. Welcome to version 1. So in progress, $45. Nothing's been billed, paid. Okay, perfect. Let's make sure. Yeah, these need to be updated as well. That's the best way to troubleshoot, is just start running through a scenario to see what's working and what's not. That's still not. Let's see, this needs to be the exact same thing as this, except that one instead. And this is so you can quickly see the last 2 weeks as well as the current week. That might be important for you. Okay, there we go. And this should be everything. Yep. Alright, now if I change this date, let's say I go to December, then theoretically that should not show up any data. So if we hit update, alright, perfect, didn't show anything. That's what it's supposed to do. If I put a date in that's after any data that's there. Put that back. Bucket totals, there we go, client 2, 3, and 4, $45. This is just amounts. Here's our monthly summary, so 5 hours. Let's format this a little bit. So July 8th, we had 5 hours of that week. Week starting July 15th, we had 2. Go to the month, it'll just consolidate everything for July. Nothing's been billed or paid. Okay, so now let's go and change some things. So let's say now I have sent the bill for client 3 for $60 for this time. Well, let's say client 3, we do another set of hours at 30. Job description, same thing, test 1, and we're going to say it's in progress, and we'll say that was on, see those updated current time, we'll say that was from 5 to 7:30, 2.5 hours. Alright, so now I want to go and bill for everything that's been in progress, so I want to sort by this is showing me all the stuff I still have pending. Let's sort by just client 3, so I can see, okay, I need to bill 135. Now, will that show up anywhere else? Yes, it will show up on the buckets total. You see 135.33 for that client. It shows how much I currently need to bill them. So we go to our time log and I say, okay, I've just invoiced them. I now know I don't have to do that, so I'm going to go to build for both of them, both of the time slots that I did. Now let's see what happens here. update this. Let's go to all. And now what in the world going on here? So I build it. We build July 15th, July 17th. Alright, so if we go to our detail summary, July 15, oh, 17 has not happened yet. Or 17 would be on Monday. That'll be in the coming week. So hold on, let me change the time on that because it doesn't make sense. And obviously I'd never put a date in the future anyway, so that wouldn't be a problem. So let's just change that to 16. So 16th. Let me update this. There we go. We got it. So build this amount and this amount, and you can see now that should go away from in progress. Now let's say I just do client 2 just to show you. Which client did I actually build? Client 3. Sorry. Client 3. And there you go. It says we build client 3 this much for this work that was done on these days. And that's how much it is. Perfect. And again, these times all flow through time as you progress forward. And then you can still see the last 2 weeks. This could easily be drugged down to go the last 5 weeks or the whole year if you want to just drag it all the way down 52 weeks worth of days. Bucket totals. Now we've got 135 build. Still have these in progress. Monthly summary. You can see the total hours is 9, 4.5 build, 5 is still in progress. This is just an overall summary of all the data per the date ranges. And we could also go client 2, client 3. What's the other client? I just do 2 and 3. Oh, and 4. Let's get these all back in here. I'll do 4. Perfect. 4 hours for 4. Does that make sense? 4 hours, 1 hour for client 2, and just making sure the math works here. Yep, 1 hour. Alright, everything seems to be running along. Let's do some times out in the future. 8. Let's just go out a couple months, just make sure that's working for these clients. 2, 3, 4, and I'll just, alright, doesn't matter, this doesn't, not important at the moment. Okay. We go to all. September 17. Oh wow, I'm already into 18. Hold on. And this is, shoot, I need to put time. Let's just for the sake of the test, let's just put some amounts in here. There we go. So now we got some hours showing up. We got some more amounts in here. Summary, these are in the past, so that's fine. This will not, that shows everything for client 3. You see client 3 only. If we do in progress, it shouldn't show anything. Great. All. And if we do all in all, that should just show everything as of this date. If we go to 9, it should only show anything past September. Perfect. September, October, November. And remember, these summaries are based on the data that's here. So this runs this, and then this feeds off of here. So this is not an overall summary of the time log. It's just per what you've done up here, which could be all, include the whole time log. I think that is pretty good. The main concern, I just want to make sure that these were tracking through time, which they are. In progress. Let's say some of these were paid, so let's say paid. Now we got some move from billed to paid. Perfect. All is still all. Got some move down to paid here. Total hours paid. That's good. This is going to be mainly used to figure out what's been billed but not paid and what's in progress that needs billed. Detail. Let's go back to the beginning of everybody. And I think those paid ones are in the future, so it's not going to show up. Let's say paid. There we go. Now we got those moved over to paid. Perfect. All right. Well, I think we're good. And this does. I wanted to make something that was simple enough anybody could use it, but it had enough summaries and logic to really give you a detailed look at where you're at any given time. And it really, for me, for what I was using before, this is going to be way easier. Even just the simple fact of the time log and using a filter will be super easy. And then the summaries, I'll like this monthly summary to see how many hours I'm doing a month, because I never really tracked that. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then we'll just see how it goes from there. So if you do want to purchase the template, it's going to be a mid-level model, only $45 one-time fee. And the link will be in the description box below. And once you do make the purchase, I will email you. So either email me that you've made a purchase, so I can email you the model, or I'll just use your whatever you paid email you use for PayPal. I'll send it that way. But right now I won't know if you do purchase what exact model you've got, because I just have a delimiter between mid-level and upper tier, but I don't know specifically what ones. And I'm working on that too. That's another project I got to do, but hopefully this will help a lot of you. It's definitely going to help me. I can't wait. I'm going to be using it this week, and we'll see how it goes. This is smarthelping.com. Have a great weekend.